This is Soggy Nachos podcast. My name is Jonelle, and what's up, Chuck? How you doing, homeboy?
Come on, man. I'm incredible all day, every day, Sunday and 5. How can I get better?
Sunday and 5, baby. You know how we give it up. We getting straight to it. Charlie, kick us off, homeboy.
The Titans stink. I love when I can get back to your roots. You know when you get sometimes you gotta I gotta eat my vegetables. When you can go back to steak and potatoes, that's when you feel real good about life. And the Titans stink as much as I thought they stunk. Cleveland, Deshaun Watson is his first sign of actual a little bit life. Looked like Tennessee Watson a little bit after he threw the pass backwards. We don't got time for all that. This is just Sunday and 5. But they look good. The Browns defense is the main reason I'm starting to believe in them a little bit. Titans, I'm not just banking on run deep. I'm good on them.
Respect, man. So now that you know you feel validated about one thing, I got to bring you back down to earth. You cannot win football games by running the ball, Charlie. You cannot win football games by only being able to run the ball, Charlie. You can't say that Desmond Ridder is, a good enough because Arthur Smith is this thing. Of course, good old Detroit Lions came out there, smacked up the Falcons and let them know, hey, this is 2023. That's not going to work anymore. So 26, of course, a little quick score. That probably would have been like the exact score I would have predicted if I would have predicted the score of that game.
So, all right. So I was high and then I was low. I'm coming back high because we have sophomore coaches that we kind of feel like, Kevin O'Connell's definitely your guy in Minnesota and we will get to him. But Mike McDaniels, I have been waving the flag for a couple of years. And 70 points. He decided to be nice and not kick the field goal when he could have and got the record for most points in the game. But 70 points, you just told me, I'm glad that you said that you can't win games running the football. You added the part just to running the football because they ran for 350 plus yards on this Broncos team. Let's ride home. That was, I really thought my apps and all my phone was just glitching. I was like, what you mean? Mostert just scored. I thought HA just scored. What are you talking about? Oh, they both just scored. you looked at your phone. It took too long between checks to see who was scoring when. Tyreek got his work out the way early, and they just tried to run out the clock, but they kept scoring. It was insane. It was one of the best performances I've ever seen in my life. 70, that's wild.
70 vicious. But so Jordan Love, right? One of my co-hosts that's on the screen right now, one of them, I don't know which one it is, doesn't really believe in Jordan Love or does believe in Jordan Love. I don't know. The point is Jordan Love got it done again. Yes, he went up against Derek Carrless, New Orleans Saints because he got hurt and Jameis got in there and looked confused. Let's just call it what it is. They won, barely won on that last play that the New Orleans couldn't get. I don't even remember what happened. They couldn't get the score. I don't remember. But all I know is that Jordan Love got it done again. It don't look the prettiest. He ain't Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. He ain't Brett Favre. He's Jordan Love. It is.
They missed the kick. They missed the kick.
They missed the kick.
I agree. I agree. The Jets would pay handsomely to have Jordan Love or anybody, any starting quarterback on their football team. So, look, I still believe in the Jets. And you know why I still believe in the Jets? Because I do not believe that they will continue to start Zach Wilson over here. The only reason I believe in the Jets is because I believe you can't let this happen. You can't just keep trotting out Zach Wilson and talk to your locker room and the players in that locker room. And, oh, yeah, we're actually trying to win this season. You're not. You can't. You can't believe that. You said Zach Wilson. They just recently said Zach Wilson gives us the best chance to win. I don't care who the street free agent is. Unless it's Carson Wentz, they give you a better chance to win football games. And I might say something I thought I'd never say. Carson Wentz might be a better starter than anyone in the league. Zach Wilson. That's ridiculous. Like, the Patriots got the win. I don't want to overshadow that. Patriots got the win, but it's 15 points. Like, I don't think we need to talk about that win. We're talking about the Jets. If I'm the Jets, I'm calling for Fields. I'm calling for Heineke. I'm calling for Cousins. I'm calling for every possible available quarterback. Every starter and backup. I would rather have the starter and most of the backups than Zach Wilson. And I can't just throw my season away. Starting Zach Wilson every week is throwing your season away. Yes.
So, you alluded to something there, buddy.
I know. Twice.
Huh? 0-3 Kevin O'Connell, 0-3 Kirk Cousins, 0-3 Justin Jefferson, TJ Hawkinson. I mean, they're littered with talent, but the reality is Kirk Cousins is 35. And they are saying that they're done with him at the end of this year. They're 0-3 now. They lost, even though Brandon Staley tried to give them the game.
He did his best.
He tried his best. Tried to give them. He didn't punt it. He went for it on fourth. And anyway, but Cousins threw that late goal line pick. 0-3 is hard to come back from. I don't like it as a Cousins fan because I want him to have a good contract season, but whatever. Have fun.
Let him do that for the Jets.
Yeah, but it takes some time to get acclimated. We're not doing that. Anyways, 28-24, they smacked up Kirk Cousins. That was a smack up based on the fact that they were both 0-2, and they kind of tried to give him the win. So that's kind of equivalent to 70-20. So, you know.
I feel like it's unfair that I got the two most fun games because I got the 70-point game and I got the Cowboys losing to the Cardinals. I enjoyed my Sunday. The Giants got our loss out the way early, so I love it. But we'll talk about that on a different podcast. Stay tuned for that. But the Cowboys losing to the Cardinals is so fun. I saw somebody somewhere say, what type of round robin NFL is it that the Cowboys dominate the Giants beat the Cardinals, and then the Cardinals beat the Cowboys? What is that? That's the NFL. That's the NFL in a nutshell. And the Cardinals didn't flukily beat the Cowboys. If you watch that football game, the Cardinals beat the Cowboys handedly. They were winning from beginning to end in that game. Dak Prescott, I would only trade for him if I was the Jets. That's all. That's all I would say about that.
So, you all happy and jolly. My boy Trevor Lawrence took a nice little spill to CJ Stroud, man. You know,
Truth. We're gonna have to talk about him on another video, but CJ Stroud,
he's looking nice. You know, it's funny because, you know, as you like to say, Charlie, teams are who their quarterbacks are. That's how we look at them. But really, the Jaguars lost. It wasn't Trevor Lawrence, but it was Trevor Lawrence. Depends on how you look at it.
It was literally.
They got beat pretty bad too. I think the Jags gotta they kind of came out this year. Week 1 they looked pretty good, but like the last 2 games they looked a little weird. So yeah, man, you gotta clean some stuff up. Bottom line.
Minshew mania is back. I say that to be facetious. Jonell hates Gardner Minshew. He claims I love Gardner Minshew. I love storylines that irritate Jonell. That's the thing. Gardner Minshew didn't even do anything great. I do like their coach. Their coach has shown me that he knows how to work some offense. What's his name? Shane Steichen. He's shown that he knows offensive football. I'll give him that. But beating the Ravens in overtime, it was big. I mean, everybody saw it when he lined up. I know it was 61 yards, but when you see him lined up for the kick, Justin Tucker, you're like, we've seen this story so many times. What are we doing here? But it was perfectly down the pipes, just short. And you can't afford that against Shane Steichen, apparently. No starting quarterback, no problem. Maybe they should call the Colts. Maybe the Jets need to call. This is all about the Jets, okay? I want everybody to know this is a call to the Jets.
5 minutes to the Jets.
Yeah, 5 minutes to the Jets. So maybe they need to call for Gardner Minshew. I don't know. But the Colts look a lot better than anybody, including myself, thought they would this year.
You know, the night game was like a comfort rerun that you go to sleep to.
Yes,
everyone knew who was going to win that game and how it was going to look. 2 teams nobody really cares about. Maybe before the season you had higher hopes for the Steelers, but yeah, I knew they would win this game. You asked me before this game what I think was going to happen, that I think they want to get something going, and I told you I don't know. I think they'll beat the Raiders, but I don't know what that means. So
what does that mean?
Steelers beat the Raiders on Sunday Night Football.
All right, so this is awkward because I've been talking about the Jets this whole time, and a situation that might be just as bad is Justin Fields in Chicago. But I'll say this: Chicago. I believe that Chicago spent the beginning of this year the same way they spent the beginning of last year, seeing if Justin Fields can run an NFL offense. He can't. He couldn't last year. He couldn't this year. I think going forward, they're just going to let him loose and be like, play backyard football Maybe that was a Freudian slip when I said backyard football. And just go out there and try to do what you can to win and play more free. And they're probably going to do that going forward. But he can't. He's not a starting caliber quarterback. The accuracy, the mental part of the game, that's unfortunate. It's all the stereotypes that they say about black quarterbacks, but it sucks because he falls under them. And if I was the Jets, I'd throw him a third-round pick. It's better than Zach Wilson. I cannot have any of my segments not talk about Zach Wilson's atrocity. It's disgusting. But the main storyline, I'm sorry, I buried the lead. Taylor Swift won today. The Swifties got their touchdown. I was upset I had Pat Mahomes in fantasy. I thought they was going to bench him at halftime, but Travis Kelce didn't score in front of his joint yet. So, we got out there, got an extra touchdown, got me plus 30 plus. And then I was like, thank you, Taylor Swift. You come through for me again. This was just ugly. It was a blowout. It was like a high school game. Like, these two teams don't belong on the same field. The Chiefs were when I think like 30-0 at halftime. It was stupid. That was a pointless game. But at least we got the Swifties involved in some football. That's what I'll say.
Best part of it, man. Anyway, this has been Sunday in 5. We will come back with some talk about the Commanders and the Giants since we are fans of those teams. Both had very nasty weeks, but we're not going to talk about that now. Anything you want to say before we get out of here, Charles?
Haters going to hate. But we just got to shake it off. Shake it off.
I'm blown. I'm gone. Soggy Nachos podcast. Thanks for listening. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Peace.